Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of FPL Ultra. This is Game Week 3 fantasy team lineups. Um, I'm still tanking the fantasy team, so I really don't have a lot of enthusiasm going through my team. I've actually been thinking about using the wild card, but let's see what happens. Let's go through last week's score, and we will see what happens. And to give you an idea of how terrible I am doing, last week's average was 51, and I had 34 game week points. Yeah, you don't need to clap.
Hey, bro. See, it's early days, man. It's early days. Relax.
That's fine.
It's gonna be fine.
Well, how many points did you get?
I got 48 points.
48 points.
Yeah, so I didn't do too well. Not too bad. But I finished below the average, so that's definitely a red. So a bunch of red arrows everywhere. It's too early to be looking out of these things. But yeah, my team needs some changes. Some of them are forced, like the Palmer injury, and then the other one is just some tactical decisions.
I guess my mistake was really. Actually, you know what? It's just first week. Things will change.
Yeah, like calm down, like relax.
Going through my team from last week.
Yeah.
I had Sanchez in goal with 3 points, Esther with 6, Anderson with 4, Nico William. This guy, in his Premier League, you know how they get you to say your name.
Yeah.
It says Nico, not Neko. It's Nico William. I'm like, shut up, man.
Bro, it's Neko, man.
Nico Williams with 2 points. Murillo with 1 because he got that yellow card. Salah was with 5 points, but he was my captain, so 10. Bruno 2, Tielemans 2, Magui 1. He came on in the second half.
Yep.
Jimenez 2 came on for 1, and Watkins had 2 points. I had this guy playing Palmer, but because he didn't play, Giyu came on with his points, and 31 points. I had zeros from my bench except for Dubravka, who I benched back for 6 points. Why? What is it?
I'm looking at the Arsenal player you have on your bench.
Kabia. Yeah. It was somebody I just got to make up the amount of money I had at that time.
Why would you use an Arsenal player?
It was nothing. I don't know. It was just arbitrary.
I feel like it would force your hand into a future transfer if you don't fix it with your wild card.
I will fix it with my.
You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
because it might get to a point where you will need 3 Arsenal players. Usually, I use players from maybe teams that I know that I will never use, like Sunderland, Wolves. I will never have 3 Wolves players in my team. It will take a miracle.
It might be a time where I need 3 Arsenal players. I'll do that. My wild card draft will be coming very soon.
Okay, so for me, I have my team is not doing very well, not doing too bad. I'm just floating right now. I think it's from this week where a lot of people start making transfers and changes. So I had 48 points all out last week. Sanchez 3 points, Pedro Porro 5, Anderson 4. Anderson, I will get back to that. Neko Williams 2 points, Mohamed Salah 5, then 10 as the captain. Another blank on Bruno. Yeah, I don't trust you, bro. Burnley doesn't fool me. It's like, you're going to Burnley at all. I'm not fooled by that. I don't trust Bruno. Okay, Rogers is playing really deep. Even against Grimsby, he was playing so deep.
And because the formation
this is not encouraging. Rogers, another blank. I got my highs on YouTube. Then Rangers, I'll let it slide. Plays Man U very soon. And then Magui, 1 point. He came off the bench. I was surprised it was my first sub. I thought Diouf was my first sub, but yeah, Yao Pedro was weak saver, 15 points. And then Watkins, 2 points. I had Dubravka on the bench. I thought of it, but I wasn't sold on the idea because this guy talked about it that he was going to bring on Dubravka. I have Diouf with 3 points. The rest of the people on my bench. Organs actually, 0 points. So one thing I wanted to say was Anderson. So honestly, I feel like these are the kind of players that I will very likely gravitate towards as the season goes along. He was supposed to get 2 points against you guys, but he got 4 for defensive contributions. The same thing also in his let me see. I don't think he got DEFCON. Now, so he got 8 against Brighton, so he didn't get any defensive contributions. But the advantage here is that the games where they are supposed to, if they get a clean sheet, instead of just 6 points, it becomes 8. Instead of just 2 points without a clean sheet, it becomes 4 because of defensive contribution. So I want to have at least 2 players that I know that they are DEFCON magnets. And the two of the players I'm looking at are Tarkowski or Lacroix from Crystal Palace.
Okay.
And I feel like I might lean towards Lacroix because they have some good fixtures coming up. Yeah, it's very possible I wildcard in week 4. And I just like the idea of the DEFCONs. It makes sense because it's 2 extra points every week and it continues to tick along over the course of a season. You're talking about a lot of points.
Okay.
Yeah, so I feel like it could be something.
All right. I guess you're right because actually I wanted to talk about this in the other video, but when I was rewatching our game between us and Fulham, I saw how they were playing. It was almost like man marking. Anderson was just on Cunha wherever he went.
Everywhere, yeah.
Every single time. Carl Yonbasi was on Mbuemo every single time. This guy, while he was on, Sessegnon was on Ahmad. He made Ahmad have a very bad game every single time. And they just plugged those rules. And since Bruno can't come forward, I mean, what is there? All our creators are being blocked. So yeah, I agree with the number of points I have. So let's go to this week's team, right? So I'll start.
Yeah, bro, shut up, man. It's just FPL. So
I have 70 points in total.
You have 70 points.
Game week, 70 points.
Oh, okay.
I am 9 million.
I have 103 points.
How could I have? You are not doing very well, but you are 33 points ahead of me. So that is something. You get what I mean?
My rank is 4.9 million. So
9.11, 9.111.
I'm swimming right now.
Well, I'm in the bottom. I don't think even when they throw a rope for me to climb up, the rope will reach me where I am. I'm still contemplating in the wild card, but in my current team I don't have it yet because anyway, I'll just talk about my team. I have Sanchez back in goal against Fulham. I have Estef playing against Man United because you never know. Murillo and Nico Williams are playing West Ham, so I have them. And Anderson is playing Chelsea, so there's that. Mohamed Salah, I brought in Cunha for Tielemans because of our Burnley game. And of course, Bruno Fernandes is playing. I sold Raul Jimenez for Chris Wood, so I have in my attack Chris Wood, Watkins, and because of the Cole Palmer news, I heard it only today and I had already made my changes because I was sort of contemplating he might still play. But then Maggie was starting.
So he's on your bench?
Cole Palmer?
Yeah,
he's on the bench.
You've used your 2 transfers?
I've used my 2 transfers.
What was the second player?
Raul Jimenez.
Where is he?
I sold him for Chris Wood.
And who is the second person you know?
Cunha for Tielemans. If I had known Palmer wouldn't have played, then I would have kept Tielemans. It's too late. I can't do anything about it.
You can take a -4.
No, I'm not going to do that. I don't have enough points already as it is. Imagine if I take a -1 and I spend another 20-something points now. So there's that.
Palmer is going to drop in price this night. But I feel like you might just activate your wildcard immediately game week 3 starts. Again, so that you have a long time to get in some players that might rise. I feel like some players will rise twice during the international break. So
I don't know. I might still use the wild card. I still am contemplating. I really am making a draft of the players I really want to have because right now, if I make the wild card, I get to retain my 2 transfers, and then I really want to get players I know for sure are going to stay long in my team. But I was listening to this guy, Harry, and he's like, a lot of things might change.
A lot of things will definitely change.
Yeah, and I really wanted to do it regardless of that, but I think let me just think over it for a couple more hours. Okay. So right now, this is my provisional team, but we'll see what happens.
Okay. All right. Let me go through my team, then I will just say some things generally about FPL, my plans for this season. Okay, so right now, my team is largely unchanged. I made 2 transfers. We'll get there shortly. In goal, I have Sanchez against Fulham. I feel like he will concede, but I'll take it. I can't play Dubravka. Come to think of it, I'll be surprised. No. You guys have to win that game.
We have to.
I can't do Dubravka against United.
If it is a choice between Sanchez against Fulham and Dubravka, why would you still go for Dubravka against Man United?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That even
if we were not good enough, you will still have to.
I will still stick with Sanchez. It's difficult to go against that. So, anyways, in defense, I have Nico Williams, Pedro Porro, and Anderson against Chelsea. So I have 2 players in my defense already facing each other. Plus, I have Pedro facing Fulham also. So I don't even know. I have to gain points and draw points in that game. But in my midfield, I have Rangers. And then I sold Cole Palmer. I went for the a logical decision. It's based on logic. I shouldn't have gone for this move, but just something just deep down, something tells me to go for Happy Pants. So I really,
I get one of those feelings.
yeah, man. I mean, a lot of times when I get these kind of feelings, they work out, and a lot of times also they don't. The player just blanks. So yeah, this is a 2 week punt. I'm not even trying to I'm not overthinking this. Aubameyang has not done anything this season.
It could be a good difference.
It's just because of the. I've looked at the way they've been playing. Newcastle have been playing really well. They've just not been picking up the point. They've not been scoring the goals. Also, Anthony Gordon is out, so I feel like Aubameyang might play 90 minutes. It's just one of those things. Let's see how it goes. And then I have Mo Salah, Bruno against Burnley. I can't tell him before Burnley. I really hope he does something. And then I have Morgan Rogers against Crystal Palace. Plus, in my attack, I have Wood and Al Pedro. Wood is my captain. So I sold Watkins. That's my second transfer. I sold Watkins for Wood because I want to captain Wood. I don't see how Wood doesn't do something against West Ham. It's difficult to. I don't want to overthink it. I was going to captain Bruno before and roll the transfer for this week. But after the Grimsby game, that was when I went to get Wood. I was like, you know what? I don't know what to predict in the United Burnley game. I really don't know what to predict. I feel like it can go either ways. Bruno you guys might win and Bruno doesn't contribute.
Yeah, it's very possible.
So that was why I was not really sold, but I'm almost sold on the fact that Wood will likely return against West Ham. Okay, in my on my bench, I have the Bravka, Diouf, Magui, and Huggins. So that's my team. If anything happens, I hope Diouf is able to come in and save the day. All right. So I said I wanted to say some things about FPL. Generally, I feel like I might come back to this video in week 38 to review how far I've come. Maybe not even as far as week 38, maybe somewhere around week 15, thereabout. So I want to change my strategy for FPL this season. And I don't know if I'll be able to stick to the strategy for long. But one of the things I want to do is, number one, I want to be more structured. Like, I want to follow a transfer planner. Like, it's very likely I use my wild card in week 4. But assuming I don't, I already know my transfer for week 4. Okay. So I feel like if I'm more structured in what players I want to get when I want to get them, I might be able to make better decisions. Now, using that transfer planner, one of the things I've done is that I've broken down my team. I'm here to put out the exact number. What I want to do is I want to break down my team into about. There are currently 11 players. Of course, we know that you will likely not want to change your goalkeeper.
Yeah.
So let's say there are 10 players. Now, out of those 10, I want to have potentially, all things being equal, I want to have about 6. Let's say 5 to 7 on average. About 6. I want to have about 6 mainstays. Like these guys, they are not going anywhere. For example, the Salahs, the really cheap enforcers like Rangers. If Rangers continues to tick along, I will not sell him. If he stops getting, I feel like Rangers will tick along. So people like Rangers, then maybe at least 2 people from my defense. I know Pedro. Right now, the mainstays I have in my team are, I already have 4. I have El Pedro, I have Mo Salah, I have Rangers, and I have Pedro Porro. I'm thinking of adding to that, and one of the players I'm thinking of adding is Cucurella from Chelsea, which makes it 5. And then I might get in another midfielder. I don't know yet. Maybe Semenyo, if I get Semenyo. So I'm just thinking of that. So the plan is I want to have about at least 6 mainstays. Then we have another 4. Now those 4, I'll be very aggressive with them. Like I'll only be planning them. I'll be attacking them with the fixtures. That was the reason why I got Barnes. Barnes is just a 2-week plan. Now, on a normal day, it's not good because I'm about to make another transfer to get him out in about 2 weeks. But the remaining 4 positions plus some extra money in the bank, my plan for this season is from the beginning, I want to be very aggressive. I will just attack the fixtures. So, for example, I'm getting Wood. The major reason I'm getting Wood is because
West Ham.
He plays West Ham this week, and also I think in the next 5 weeks he plays 2 of the promoted teams within the next 5 weeks. So I don't want to overthink it. That's my strategy. I don't know if it's going to work, but I mean, whatever I've been doing previously has not really got him into the top 10K. So I could as well change it up and see how far I go. But yeah, that's the plan for now. This is one of the reasons why I also feel like I might use a wild card in week 4. I already have an idea of the players I want as my mainstays, which I feel like I might be able to keep for like maybe 10 game weeks. The only problem with that wild card is it doesn't have any Arsenal player, and Arsenal fixtures will switch from week 7. But if I make the wild card in week 4, I would have about 3 weeks to store my transfers to bring in maybe 1 or 2 Arsenal players. I feel like I will probably just need 1 or 2 Arsenal players. Once Arsenal's fixtures become very good, I would have an Arsenal defender, which will become one of my mainstays again. And then I'm not yet sure of which attacker I want to get. So, but let's see how it goes. That's my strategy.
Yeah, well, if Isak goes to Liverpool, then it's easy.
Yeah, actually, because it becomes a straight. I mean, I think it's 9.5 right now. If he goes to Liverpool, it's a straight buy. It's a straight buy. I'm not even.
Yeah, it would be so hard not to score in this Liverpool team.
It will be so hard. But the thing is, I think someone raised the idea back then that does his FPL appeal increase or reduce if he plays for Liverpool? And I'm tempted to argue it might reduce.
Well, you were the one who also said somebody might not get to play, right?
Yeah.
Cody Gakpo might not get to play.
Gakpo, this guy, Ekitike, and Isak. It's nobody's benching Salah. Let's just get that straight.
No, but like, okay, so Salah is on the right, and right now Gakpo has been playing on the left, and Ekitike has been playing in the middle, and so far he has delivered in the last 2 games.
Yes. If Isak comes in.
If Isak comes in and he plays, they will probably be like, Ekitike, let's get Ekitike going because he's already good. So Isak will probably come off the bench. Ekitike scores and Isak comes no goal. The next game, of course,
Ekitike starts.
Sorry.
Isak starts.
Isak starts, but he doesn't score.
I don't care what Ekitike does.
No.
Isak
If it doesn't score, then
it doesn't matter, man. Isak is not on the bench. If the moment I feel like maybe his first game, he might start his first game off the bench because he has not been training for a while. He has not been. He wasn't involved with the preseason with Newcastle, so he has been. I think it will take him a couple of weeks to get to full match fitness. But I feel like from the day he comes on as a bench sub, he comes on as a sub. The following game, he starts. Yeah, he starts.
Right,
and then I think he will rotate more with Gakpo.
And Ekitike would rather play on the right and on the left.
On the left, they will switch him to the left. But the other thing also is that they know that Isak is injury prone. So he barely completes 90 minutes even at Newcastle. So I'll be surprised if he also completes 90 minutes at Liverpool. What I think will be happening is that he will start the game. They'll take him off and then bring on, depending on who starts on the left. If Gakpo starts on the left, they bring on Ekitike. Then if Ekitike starts on the left, they bring on Gakpo for Isak and then Ekitike moves to the middle. But because right now...
Wait, if he moves to the middle, okay, Isak goes to the right, Ekitike goes to the middle. Okay.
No, Isak goes off. Ekitike moves to the middle, Gakpo goes to the left.
Okay, so Isak on the bench then.
Yeah, Isak on the bench.
So like the way they are playing now.
Yeah, like the way they are playing now. So I'm saying that I don't think Isak will be completing games.
Okay.
I think they'll be taking him off around, except if it's a game they are chasing. They seem to be chasing a lot of games these days. If it's a game they are chasing, they need goals. They might want to keep him on till like maybe 80, 90. But I feel like around 75 thereabout or 80 minutes, he might be leaving most games. And then, depending on who is starting on the left, the other player comes off the bench to replace Isak.
Okay.
That's the way I see it. But even if they sign him, which I think they will, I might not buy him yet on a wild card. Because I think it will take maybe about 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I don't know if it will be as long as 3 weeks. They're starting the Champions League very soon. So I think it might take him about 2 weeks to get to full match fitness, where he now starts playing regular. And in fairness to Ekitike, he's doing very well. So there's no rush to bring in Isak into the team.
Yeah.
However, I feel like I will get Gakpo.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Their games after us now, Liverpool's games are really good. Like Salah is like I said, I forget captain for the next maybe 3 to 5 weeks. So yeah, I need to double up on Liverpool.
Yeah. Oh, I did not mention my captain is also Chris Wood, but I don't know.
Hey,
it has already been there.
Anyways, it's fine. I mean,
what? When I make my changes, I might actually make the wild card. I'm really gearing towards I'm really, really almost close to doing it. Yeah. I feel I should just forget everything and just do it, so it will put my heart at ease. Maybe that's what I'll do. But so far, or as it stands now, this is the team we are. These are the teams we have.
Yep.
We hope you guys also able to set up your teams. I actually hope you are doing better than me because nobody deserves.
Yeah, I hope you are doing better. I feel like a lot of people are struggling at the beginning.
Yeah.
And around game week 12 to 15, things will begin to be. It's a random selection. So by that time, we'll have had enough data and the variance will start dissipating.
Yeah.
The good ones will start rising.
Yeah.
And the bad ones will start falling. I hope I rise.
I mean, at this point, I can't sink in lower than
I mean,
this.
really.
So you see.
It's difficult to go lower than this. And I think maybe around week 5, easily a good game week will get you to like top 500k. If you have a very good game week, it's enough to get. So, for example, if Chris Wood scores 2 goals against West Ham, and then have a bounce, my differential bangs a hat-trick or something, I'm instantly dropping to like maybe top 500k from wherever I am. So I feel like the gaps are not that wide for now, but as the season progresses,
we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Actually, I've always had this idea, and this will be the last thing I see for this video, that when I brought in Chris Wood, I still had the idea of captaining Cunha as my differential.
Okay.
Because Man United usually does this where when things are the lowest, the next game they just do something to make the fans forget, and then they go back to what they are doing. But if I don't make the wild card, I might probably make Cunha captain. That's something I might do.
The only thing I would say to that is Cunha played 90 minutes against Grimsby.
Yeah, he did.
So I don't know.
No, but who else would? It would be Mbeumo, Mason Mount, and Sesko.
Yeah.
You'll see, to be honest.
We'll see.
I don't know.
Let's see how it goes.
All right. See you guys in the next one.
Yep.